Alright guys, my name is Austin Jackson here with Jackson Arcades. I'm going to make a quick little video to show you how to set up a second USB controller for your arcade system. So what you're going to need is your USB controller that you wish to configure, and you're going to need a USB keyboard. So plug both of those into the system, and that should be it. Don't have any extra controllers plugged in or it will mess up with the settings down the road. So the first thing we're going to do is navigate using our keyboard. It should already be configured. So we're going to scroll over to the RetroPie menu, which is the software that we're using, and it acts as our settings. So click enter on the RetroPie menu and scroll on down to RetroPie Setup, the second to last one on the menu, and click enter. Now we should be in the settings menu, and we want number 3, setup and configuration. So scroll on down and press enter. And to configure the controllers, we want number 314. Okay, we have 3 options. We can configure a controller, configure a keyboard, or configure hotkeys. We just want number 1. Press enter. Alright, so the next step, we're going to actually configure each button for the controller. Now, some of you might be using an NES controller, or some of you might be using a controller like the one I'll be setting up, which actually has all the buttons and 2 thumbsticks. If it asks for buttons that aren't on your controller, it will just don't push anything, and it will skip it after 3 seconds. Also, this part can be a little bit tricky, so if you screw up, just quit pushing buttons, let it run its course, and then go back in and try it over again, and just keep going until you get it right. So we have our controller plugged in. We're going to press enter on the keyboard, and it will say make sure you only have the one and only controller you want to configure plugged in, which we do. And when you're ready, you're going to press enter, and it will bring up the buttons one by one, and you have 3 seconds, I think it's 3, maybe less, to push each button before it skips. So here we go. It wants B, then Y, then select, then start, then up on the D-pad, down, left, right. Now it wants A and X, then left bumper, right bumper. Now L2, R2, L3, R3. And like I said, if you don't have these buttons, it's not a big deal. It will skip if you just let it go. But when you're done, it will say your configuration has been made. Super. Now we just want to exit. Press OK. Click right to get over to the cancel, then press enter. Cancel again, and we should jump back out to our menu screen. So your controller will now work in all of the game systems, but it won't work on your main menu screen. So that's what we're going to set up now. Using your keyboard, press either backspace or shift. I have mine set up to be shift. I don't know what the standard input I have on these is. I think it should be shift. If not, backspace. And all we're going to do is press 1 on our keyboard, and it will bring up this menu. So from here, we want to go to configure input. Press enter. Alrighty. So now we will hold any button on the gamepad down, and it will recognize that as the device you are trying to configure. So hold any button down. Mine's a Logitech, so it comes up Logitech. Alright, now this one's a little bit different than the last one we did. There is no timer, so there's no rush to push any buttons. And if you want to skip buttons, instead of waiting 3 seconds, now we're just going to scroll down and press OK whenever we're finished. So the same thing applies here. Just press the buttons that pop up. And like I said, you can scroll down if these buttons don't apply to you. Most of these don't matter for the menu screen anyway. So we'll just scroll on down. Press enter on OK. And now we should be able to navigate using only our controller. Thanks guys. I'm sorry for the video quality. I'm on a monopod today. Hope this didn't take up too much time. Feel free to ask any questions, and I will try to help you out the best I can. Have a good one.